St Mark's Church family, it's Gail here from the children's ministry team. I just wanted to give you a bit of feedback and a bit of insight into what happened at Holiday Club at the beginning of the summer holidays. I know so many of you have tuned in and we've been overwhelmed by the number of people that have watched even just a little part of the Holiday Club. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of information about who was involved and about what the feedback we've had so far and how that's going to help us going forward from here. So I want to just start off by thanking everybody, thanking all members of the congregation that have supported it from the very beginning, all the people that were praying for us, all the people that provided any practical help, and all the people that tuned in. It was really felt like all the family of Jesus and all our family at St Mark's were coming together and supporting this, and we're really thankful for that because God really blessed it. It really felt that it was covered in prayer. It felt that God was really at work from the very beginning, because we had to put it together in a really short amount of time. We had to put it together in ways that we've never done before, using different technologies, really getting creative. And I'm so thankful that I worked alongside Julia and Dan to come up with all those different ways that we could do that, because it really felt that God was at work and we had a great team working with us. So thank you to all of the children's ministry team that helped. Some of them in front of the camera, some of them making those videos, some of them involved with Zoom meetings with the children, and lots of people working behind the scenes too. We're so thankful for Jay and for Joe and for Janet and anyone else that begins with a J. Like they put everything together behind the scenes, and it was actually using a lot of new technology that we haven't used before. And we're really pleased with how it looked. Hopefully everybody else was too. It came across as quite a professional production, at least what was going on behind the scenes, even if not what was going on in front of the camera. As you can probably tell, Julia and I had quite a fun time, and hopefully that really came across, and hopefully that really helped the kids at home and the families at home have a good time too. And also a big thank you to Heather Rowe for making that beautiful script of the Bible verse that we used throughout the week. That was a real blessing. Just another example of people using their God-given gifts and being able to support us and being able to bless the families and the children. So thank you to everybody that did that. A little bit of information about the format if you weren't familiar with how Holiday Club was working this year. Obviously we couldn't be in our church building, so we used my kitchen right here for some of the live parts, and we merged those live sections 20 minutes every morning in with some pre-recorded sections, and Janet was working behind the scenes enabling us to do that. And so other members of the ministry team were then able to produce videos, and we had a Bible story each day, we had creative prayer activities, and we had craft activities that the kids could join in with at home. And each of the families that had registered had received a kit, and in that were lots of craft things that they would need for that week, and some sweets, which have proved very popular and a big hit. And we could reference that throughout the day, and then the kids could get that. And I just think that really helped them feel excited and helped them engage with what was going on the screen and make it more of a practical thing, not just sitting in front of it. And we also appreciated that it was quite interactive. Because we were live, we were able to use the YouTube chat, which was a great way for kids to shout out to us and to join in the quizzes and things like that, which made it more interactive. And we also put on 2 Zoom sessions that the families that had registered could join in with those Zoom sessions, 2 in the afternoon at 4:30 in the afternoon. And we just did about 45 minutes. We were able to go into breakout rooms with just sort of 6 to 8 families in each room, which helped build relationships, which is really actually what we're missing out on. And although it was done by screen, it really felt special to see the faces, to see all those kids on the screen, excited to see their friends that maybe they hadn't seen for a while, excited to see new people they hadn't seen for a while. And we thought carefully about the groups that we were going to put them in, so hopefully some of that was done along the lines of communities, of people that already have a relationship with each other, or people that might know each other from school, and maybe that will help with further relationships and further groups going forward. So they were a big success too. Some facts and figures for you. So it was the 4 days, the 4 mornings, the 2 Zoom sessions, and so far when you look on YouTube you can obviously see how many people have viewed it. So we were very excited that 185 people had viewed that first morning, and that obviously a lot of people that weren't even registered, and we had 60 kids that had registered, which came from about 31 different families. So those are the people that got the kits, and those were the people that were invited to the Zoom sessions. And we had about 19 or 20 families come along to those Zoom sessions each afternoon. Again, it wasn't mandatory, obviously, so they could choose to join in, and they could build those relationships with the leaders, again, that they obviously hadn't seen for a while. And they were done in a really relaxed family way. It was just running around games and scavenger hunts and all those kind of fun things that you can do on Zoom. and we're also with a little time for prayer and reflection as well. So hopefully that was a fun experience for all of those kids and those families. We had a total of 16 of our leaders involved, which was great too, and we had 4 teenage young leaders involved, because what we've learned from the feedback that families have been giving us is that the kids love older kids and interacting with them and hearing from them, and so they were able to run a lot of those Zoom games, even do a little bit of the video and helping out behind the scenes. And so it's great to be equipping our young people as well, and we're hoping to really build on that going forward. And as far as other resources, as far as the money that it took, it was all put on for sort of less than £100, and all of that money had been donated by a local family. And so we were able to do a lot with time from a few people, a little bit of money, but actually reaching out to a lot of people. So we feel that it was a really good use of the resources that God has given us, and we're really blessed for all the work that has been going on. We've asked all the families to give us some feedback and the leaders to give us feedback. And we've been hearing great stories of how God was at work. And that's really encouraging. And please be encouraged, and please continue to pray for those families and those leaders. We've had several families and individuals that want to get involved in communities and that would like to join a community. So that's a really positive thing about helping families get connected and really help them to feel part of our family, of our church family. And then we had examples of just children really growing in their faith. Hearing that they were really connecting with God at the beginning of this summer holiday, looking for different ways to do that and having that opportunity. It was also a benefit, also, I think, that they could join in whenever they wanted. So if they weren't able to watch it live, they could watch it later. They could share it with extended family who didn't even live with Harrogate. They could share it with people afterwards if they'd enjoyed it as well. So that opportunity to maybe share what you've experienced with other people, it was certainly a bonus. We've also heard back from some other families that they really appreciated being able to do it together. It was adults and it was kids in their families, looking at Bible stories, looking at crafts, exploring the gospel in really creative and practical ways. And what a gift that is. Obviously, normally our church is full of kids and they're connecting to adults, but the fact that you can do that together with your family is a real blessing. And we had kids of all ages joining in together. So you had your 4-year-olds and your 8-year-olds and your 12-year-olds in your family all joining in together doing the same activities, and that was a real blessing too. And we've also had stories of children being able to share prayer requests in those Zoom groups, and that was a great chance that maybe something they haven't been able to do before, but they were willing and open and excited to do that, so another positive experience. So we're just basically asking that you would continue to pray for the children's ministry. Over the next few weeks, we're going to look at that feedback that the families have given us, and we're going to be praying and we're going to be planning for what next. When we're not able to use our building in the ways that we have used it in the past, how can we creatively reach out to these families and these kids and help them learn more of the love of Jesus, help them connect with each other, help them be God's servants on mission together. So we appreciate your prayers and your support for all of us as we look at how we're going to be doing that. And we thank you so much for your support up to this point. We hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye.